spooky Monday afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the official kickoff of spooky season 2023. I'm the Crypt Keeper, and I'm down in my crypt of written word. So today, on this ghoulish afternoon, I'm going to share with you the books I want to read in October. So I'm going to have this set up in 3 parts: my physical reads, my Kindle reads, and my Audible reads. So I have quite a stack here. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the 5 hopeful books I want to read physically. And the Mac Daddy of them all, and my main read for this month, is going to be The Exorcist by William Peter Blatty. And this is the story of a little girl named Regan McNeil, and she plays with like a Ouija board one afternoon, and she summons a new invisible friend named Captain Howdy. But to her utter dismay, her said friend is Pazuzu, which is another word for the devil. So this is the Mac Daddy of all horror novels and possession stories. I've seen the movie quite a few times. I'm actually hoping to watch The Exorcist on Wednesday and go see Exorcist Believer on Friday. So this is going to be my first one. It's a decent amount, but it's also a smaller book. My copy is $3.85. So I'm hoping to get started on this as soon as tonight. I still do have Doom Key to finish, but I'll finish that this afternoon. So, book 1, The Exorcist. Next book I want to dive into, much shorter novel. This is more of like a novella. This is Ice Nine Kills, The Silver Scream by Roy Merkin. And this is a recent pickup for me. I picked this up in September. But this is kind of like pitched as like a true crime novel about the insanity of Spencer Charnas and his apparent murder of his fiancée. And the synopsis is pretty vague in a way, because it just talks about like the brutality of this murder, and it like rivals Freddy, Michael, and Leatherface, and even Jason. So I'm kind of intrigued by this. I mean, some of the chapters are set up as actual song titles. So the first chapter is called The American Nightmare. So I think this is going to be a really cool novel. And my copy is 161 pages. So on the inside here, it just says, ink fills the page, a classic killer completes the cast. If evil is all the rage, cut to the close-up, then fade to black. And that is how Welcome to Horrorwood actually starts off. I'm a big fan of Ice Nine Kills, so I picked this up on a whim. And I'm actually seeing them with Metallica in November. So, eek. Horror nerd out. So that was The Silver Scream by Roy Merkin. Followed by The Summer Job by Adam Caesar. And I did read the con season in September, so I definitely wanted to squeeze another Adam Caesar into this TBR. I originally wanted to read Video Night, but I haven't read this one yet. And this one sounds very interesting because it's about like this girl who takes a job at like a hotel ran by Satanists. That's all I know. So, sounds intriguing. And my copy is $243. So again, not too bad. That was The Summer Job. Next one is going to be my first physical read of an extreme horror novel. I did listen to 2 extreme horror novels last month, so I want to try and read one physically. And some booktubers talk about this author quite a bit, and the book I personally picked up is They All Died Screaming by Christopher Triana. And this is the story of a mysterious scream. If you hear it, you die horrifically. So that's all I know. I'm afraid, but I'm also very excited to try Christopher Triana. My copy is $210. So, yeah. I picked this one up on a whim. They All Died Screaming. And the final book, Only If There Is Time, is a book that I've been slacking to read for like the past 2 years now. I'm feeling really confident this month. I'm going to try and get to American Psycho by Bret Easton Ellis. And I featured this book many times when I made book videos, so it's time to get through this thing. I mean, I already have like a bookmark in there. So this is the story of Patrick Bateman. He is a very successful Wall Street broker who does that by day, but at night he is a serial killer. Seen the movie quite a few times, love it, and I bet the book is even more messed up. So those are my 5 hopeful physical books to get through this month. And part 2 of this TBR is going to be my Kindle reads. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up my Kindle and show you what's going to happen here. Give it up. So last week there was a new set of short stories written by 6 different authors, and they were all included with Prime members. So I jumped on it and I have 6 different short stories to show you guys and try and give you a synopsis. So the first story I want to show off is going to be The Pram by Joe Hill. I'll insert a picture up here, and this shows like a little stroller, and I think it's got something to do with like a demonic kid or something. It's only 58 pages, so why not? But that was The Pram by Joe Hill. And the next story I want to try and get to is called These Are the 6 Stories That I Have Here. So I'll make like a little collage and show you all the covers for them, but I'm talking Grady Hendrix, Ankle Snatcher, Josh Mallerman, It Waits in the Woods, Paul Tremblay, In Bloom, Best of Luck by Jason Mott, and Chandler Baker's Big Bad. So I have all these stories ready to read, and most of this will probably be cut out because I paused way too much. But anyway, these are the 6 stories I want to try and get to on my Kindle. So, yay. Finally get use out of this thing. So that was the Kindle section. And my final section for this month's TBR is going to be Audible. So I have 4 books here, and I actually started one today, and that was The Omen by David Seltzer. And this is based off of the famous 1976 horror classic. And this is about like a family who is down on their luck, and they can't conceive a child. So they adopt this newborn baby, but this newborn baby has a secret. He's the Antichrist, and we all know him as Damien. Fantastic movie, and I'm sure it's going to be a fantastic read. So that was The Omen by David Seltzer. The next book I want to listen to, is going to be Yours Cruelly, Elvira by Cassandra Peterson, and pretty much a memoir about Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. So, a very famous Halloween figure. I figured, why not wait till October to read this? So that was Yours Cruelly, Elvira. Next, A History of Fear by Luke Dumas. And the way I read this is about a university student who claims he's not a killer, but they start finding suspicious goings on in his dorm room or something. So he might be a killer. I don't really know much about this one, but it sounded very interesting, and it just screams October. And finally, to wrap up this TBR video, the final book I want to listen to is White Smoke by Tiffany D. Jackson. And this is a YA horror novel. And this is pretty much Get Out meets Haunting of Hill House. I know a lot of booktubers I've followed read this book and absolutely love it. I think it's definitely going to be for me because I'm definitely down for like a good haunted house story. So, yeah, that's all I know about that one. And those are the 15 books / short stories I want to get to in October. And I'm also going to be physically reading from this collection of Edgar Allan Poe throughout the month on my channel. So I'm going to read at least 4 stories in here, and it'll be like once a week. So I didn't want to include this in my TBR because I'm not going to read the whole thing. Just going to read you guys 4 stories. So that's going to be my next video, and I'm going to be reading The Raven. So I definitely can't wait to read this story to you guys. Coming up in a minute. But that's all I got for my October TBR. Hope you guys enjoyed, and if you ever be so kind, drop down a comment and tell me some of the books you're hoping to get to this month. I feel very confident on a lot of these, especially my Kindle reads, because they're not even like 100 pages. So wish me luck. I hope that this is a very successful month. All right, guys, that's all I got for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and look forward to a lot more videos in the month of October. Got a lot of stuff in mind. So I'll see you guys in a minute for my reading of The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. All right. Adios, peace, and stay spooky. Boogie boogie.